Hello everybody and welcome to my 16th Excel 2010 VBA tutorial, and this tutorial is going to show you how to use a select statement. So a select statement is very similar to an if statement, except that it allows you to put in multiple choices other than just true or false. So the best way to show you is just to get started. So the first thing you need to write is a select. So select, and then you need to select a case because each of your different scenarios is going to be called a case. And then we need to put a variable in that's going to define our case. So I'm going to put in choice and then press enter. So choice is just a variable. In fact, I'm going to call it user choice just to make it more obvious that it's a variable. So user choice. You then need to have a list of your choices underneath. So you call them case. So I'm going to put case, and I'm going to give them a choice of how they want to travel somewhere. So let's put case, and then they're going to pass us a string. So we want case bus, and then in apostrophes because it's a string. Then we want case train, and you can just keep writing as many cases as you like. So case car, case helicopter, case plane, and case walk. And then at the end of it, we're just going to put end select. So quite simple, and this is just going to give us the ability now to put in different sections of code within each of these. So as with an if statement, you get different code blocks. So normally you just have true, false. This one has bus, train, car, helicopter, plane, walk. And then the end select just marks it off, and then anything afterwards is going to run no matter what the user choice is. So let's just put the user choice in up here. So dim user choice as string, and then user choice equals input box. Please type your mode of transport. Close bracket. Right, so let's put in our code in between these. So again, I'm just going to put a little message box. So message box, and ooh, I love the bus. Don't really love the bus, but message box. Choo choo. So you don't need to use these just for message boxes to say silly things, although that is the most important reason for them, obviously. You can put in as much code as you like. So let's put in train. Let's put in another one. So let's just put message box. This is another line of code, and so you can put in as many lines as you want. You don't just have to put in one line. Car, ooh, bad for environment. And just remember that you need to put a message box in there. You'll notice that with my message boxes, I'm not putting in a open bracket. That's because you don't actually need to put them in for the message box. You can just put message box and then a space, and then put your string that you want to type out. So message box helicopter. So way up high. I probably should have come up with better ones for these beforehand, but so is it a bird? Is it a plane? Yes, it is. And then walk, so hope you have long legs. Right then, so I'm sure that was fun for all of you watching me write out some silly comments. And so let's play this. So play. So please type your mode of transport. So I'm going to put in bus. Press OK. And then, ooh, I love the bus. And then you'll notice then that it's skipped all of the rest of the code there. So all it does is just take the user choice and then find the case that matches that user choice and only runs that one. So let's do this one more time. Let's go walk. Press OK. Then hope you have long legs. So each one of these cases that don't match our user input is skipped, and then it's just gone for that little section here that we want for walk. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, what happens if I type something that isn't one of my cases? So let's show you now. So let's put in, I'm going to be adventurous. I want to go on a, let's go on roller blades. Press enter. Nothing happens because it doesn't actually find the option in here. So sometimes we're not going to want that to happen. We want to catch the fact that they haven't chosen one of our choices. So the way to get around this is just put in case and then else. So say it's similar to the else and if statement, it just happens if none of the others happen. So message box, that isn't an appropriate form of transport. Right then, so play. So today I want to go in the Batmobile. And then it doesn't find all of the others, and then it comes up with that is an appropriate form of transport. What I was meant to say is that is not an appropriate form of transport, but oh well, what the heck, you get the idea. So case else is just useful for if none of the other cases come up. So one last thing, just before I move on, is just to say you don't need to use strings for this. You can use any number of things, so you can use integers, you can use doubles, as long as the select choice variable at the top is the same type as the case types, then you're not going to have a problem. So that's it for select tutorials. Thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you in the next tutorial.